Hi, I'm Neil Malik, the president and founder of Barrington Marine. I want to thank you for choosing our sailboat rack system for your sailboat. The Barrington Marine sailboat rack system is a serious piece of cruising gear. Unlike a car rack, the Barrington Marine sailboat rack has been designed to withstand the harsh conditions of the marine environment and to perform under sail even in heavy weather. The rack system should provide you with years of reliable service once properly installed. Installation is simple, and this video should provide you with some helpful hints to allow easy assembly on your sailboat. Installation is shown in this video on a Pacific Seacraft Flicka 20, which has been selected as our test boat due to its radical deck curvature, which is a great challenge for fitting the rack system. Our installer today will be my dear friend and fellow cruiser Rich Bakker from Long Island, New York. Rich has a Corbin 39 that he'll be sailing around the world in 2010. Please follow these steps in the order they are presented, as they have been developed for efficient and easy assembly. It is very important to make sure the rack system is assembled correctly to allow the rack to perform under sail with significant load and motion. Before we proceed to installation, we're going to need two basic tools. First, we're going to need a 6mm Allen head wrench. The Allen head wrench will be used to tighten the Allen head bolts inside of the foundation block. Second, it would be helpful to have a pair of pliers or vice grips as well. These will be used to tighten the level mount feet that extend from the bottom of the foundation blocks. These are the only two tools required for assembly. It will also be very helpful to have a helping hand, so we advise having at least two people for an easy assembly. Total assembly time should be around 25 to 30 minutes. Prior to assembly, let's get familiar with the names of the major parts of the rack system. The rack system is essentially made up of 4 foundation blocks and 2 crossbars. The following components make up a single foundation block: compression piece 1 unit, compression shim 1 unit, foundation block halves 2 units, Allen head bolts located in the upper and lower bolt holes 4 units, 2 knobs, 2 collars, 4 level mounts. Please study the following diagram to become familiar with the parts. The foundation block arrived in an assembled state. It is now time to remove the 4 bolts and 2 knobs to allow us to separate the 2 halves of the foundation blocks. Start with one foundation block at a time. Please make sure to carefully place all bolts together in a place where they cannot be disturbed. Installation of the bolts is the final step in the installation process. Keep the knobs separate, as you will need these for the early stage of the install. Prior to installation, please ensure that the space both on the handrails and across the deck is clear of deck hardware and any items that may interfere with the rack, such as mainsheet travelers, dodgers, boom vangs, or anchors. Also, ensure that the level mount feet are tightened completely and are not extended from the base of the block at all. To start, place the compression piece over the handrail on the area of the handrail where you would like to locate the foundation block. The compression piece serves merely as a mounting point on the handrail for the rack's foundation blocks and is not meant to accept load from the rack. Now, join the 2 white halves of the foundation block over the compression piece. Use the 2 knobs to tighten the 2 halves of the block together. The block should compress slightly over the rubber compression piece. If there is no compression and the block appears to fit too loosely, apply the compression shim over the compression piece. The compression shim is designed to increase the thickness of the compression piece and should be used where the diameter of the handrail is thinner. There should be a small gap along the 2 sides of the block, and this should disappear slowly as the knob tightens. In certain cases where there's a severe curve in the deck, such as on this Pacific Seacraft Flicka 20, the 2 inside level mounts will need to be removed to allow the inside half of the foundation block to fit on the handrail. Again, this is only for boats with severe deck curvature and will not affect most sailboats. Once the 2 halves of the foundation block are attached with compression, do the same for the remaining 3 foundation blocks. Make sure that the opposing block is located in the same spot as on the opposing handrail. Once the foundation blocks are attached, you should be able to slightly pivot the block left and right while it is secured to the handrail. This is important because it will eventually allow the crossbar to slide easily into the collar at the top of the foundation block. Next, it's time to install the crossbar. The crossbar is made up of 5 parts: 2 vertical posts, 2 horizontal posts, and 1 middle piece. First, attach the threaded end of the horizontal post into the threads of the vertical post. Do the same for the second vertical post and the second horizontal post. Now, attach the middle crossbar piece, which is larger in diameter. Slide the ends of the middle crossbar piece over the ends of the horizontal crossbar pieces. The trick here is to avoid the push pin on the horizontal post to lock in the crossbar length. We do this by turning the middle piece 180 degrees so that the adjustment holes face upwards. Later, we will spin the bar 180 degrees to lock in the length of the crossbar. Slot the end of the vertical post into the hole at the top of the collar on the foundation block. Make sure that the collar has been loosened prior to allow the vertical post to slide into the hole at the top of the foundation block. You may need to swivel the block left and right a bit to allow the vertical post to fall into the collar. Be patient and do not force it. There is a gasket located inside of the collar, and this will create a snug fit. The post should slide into the collar snugly, but again, be careful not to force it as it may damage the handrail. Also, you do not need to tighten the collar until later. Now it's time to secure the padded black level mount feet to the deck. Every sailboat has unique curves on the deck, and no deck is simply flat. To compensate for these curves, 4 level mount feet extend from the base of the foundation block and secure to the deck. These feet are designed to take all the load of the boat when the boat heels and serves to keep the foundation blocks vertical to allow entry of the crossbar. Start one by twisting each of the feet downward. Continue to twist the foot until it can no longer be twisted easily. If necessary, use pliers to assist in twisting. Each foot will start to angle as it finds its unique fit on the deck. The fit to the deck should be very secure with no gap whatsoever between the foot and the deck. As an indicator, the foot should not be able to twist on the deck once it meets a firm hold. A total of 16 feet need to be adjusted. This may take some time, but be patient. Correct and precise adjustment of the level mount feet are the key to creating a custom hold for the foundation blocks on your boat. This will allow you to load the rack without stressing the handhold. Once all level mount feet have been properly extended and adjusted to the curves of the deck, it is time for finishing touches. Take the time now to install 4 Allen head bolts that are part of the foundation block assembly. These 4 bolts should fit in the upper and lower rows of the foundation block face. The bolts should pass through one half of the foundation block and meet the stainless inserts on the other half. Make sure that the threads of the bolts thread into the insert easily. Do not force or strip any bolts, as this may damage the bolt, the insert, or possibly the block. Once all 4 bolts are installed, the sailor can choose to remove the 2 knobs located in the middle bolt row. The knobs are no longer necessary but can be used for added security if required. Next, go ahead and tighten the collar on the foundation block once the desired height has been set. Once the collar is tightened, insert the stainless pin through the 2 holes in the vertical post, if applicable. Finally, spin the middle crossbar piece 180 degrees until the push pin snaps into the holes on the middle of the crossbar piece. Congratulations, you're now ready to use your sailboat rack.
Você insiste em dizer pra todo mundo que eu sou teu amigo, e sem saber do meu amor me interessa.